by the times you made me cry. Feeling not quite good enough, not understanding why. I blamed you for the hell that I was in. Then I burned through my resentment till I could love again. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. When you did those things that hurt so much, you didn't have a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. I still have an angry thought or two. I don't do well with those that try to tell me what to do. But I still try to turn the other cheek. Watch me walk away, you'll know exactly what I mean. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. When they do those things that hurt so much, they haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. The more you give away, the more you have. Everyone's a mirror of some part of you. It could be anger, it could be love. Why not choose love? Haunted by the times I made you cry. I showed you the worst in me, not understanding why. But we can heal together perfectly. For love to grow between us, there's one thing that I need. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. When I do those things that hurt so much, I haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. Please forgive me, I forgive you.
summer, fall and winter came too fast. Somehow I made it, I'm wide awake, it's spring at last. If I could only bring them back, they'd still be moments from the past. It's simply beautiful to walk with open hands. Nothing to hide, nothing to grasp, nothing to break, nothing to last. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. I buried my father, so went my mother all too soon. I suffered in silence, suffered alone until June. It wasn't clear, it wasn't right. I'd hear him tell her in the night, but somewhere in the dark they huddled near a light, with nothing to fight, nothing to stress, nothing to climb, nothing to pass. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. Some seasons let us be reborn. These deep dark places where we're torn. And when they tell you that your rose still has its thorns, you've nothing to hide, nothing to test. Love brought you here, now you can rest. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose.
perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. I used to fight between wrong and right, watching my fears taking over my life. But now I know why I'm here. It's perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. Everybody now, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. Here we go now. I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. Yeah. I am the answer. I'm the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. Be the answer. I am the answer.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Welcome to the People of Diversity. We are a multi-faith community and we believe that there are many paths to one divinity. If you would like to learn more about our multi-faith endeavors or support the pod financially, please go to www.peopleofdiversity.org. Stay tuned for more announcements after the message.
Last week we had a Christian perspective on kindness from Reverend Dr. Leslie Rust. It was really good. And his musical person was Michaela Townsend, and she's always amazing too. So it was a good service. Today is our new speaker, our new Jewish representative, Leslie Zwick, who will give a Jewish perspective on kindness. And her musical partner will be Neil McNaughton. Next week is our Native American, Will Davis and Rob Thorworth. So without further ado, let's get right to it.
Hello, people of diversity. My name's Neil McNaughton, and it's good to be back with you once again as your songwriter, musician of the week. This time around, the theme is kindness, and I've brought a couple of original songs for you this time around. The first one is a love song. It's called We'll Never Have to Say Goodbye Again, and it's brand new. I just wrote it. Little side note, I've actually performed it once now, just a few days ago, at an event that was hosted by Victor Morgado, another one of the musicians that's part of the People of Diversity family. Just thought that would be fun to let you know about. The song is a love song about a relationship, and when I was thinking about the theme of kindness, so the word kindness doesn't appear in the song, but the song is about loving one another. And when I was thinking about kindness, it definitely made me I kept thinking about love, because kindness is, in my mind, it comes from love, right? And if you're approaching the world with love in your heart, kindness is what comes out. It's sort of the vehicle for that love. And so hopefully that's something that's coming out in your interactions with people, that you're treating people with kindness, that you're engaging in acts of kindness, and in that way are bringing love to the world and making the world a better place. So so the two songs that I've got, one is sort of more individual and one is more sort of global. So this one is more a one-on-one kind of thing, where in a relationship, ideally, you are bringing kindness to the relationship. You're putting your partner above yourself, and in that way, you're creating this loving union. So let's start with this first song, and then I'll tell you a little more about the second one. You took my breath away when you told me I could stay, when you took me by the hand and you helped me understand. It stopped my beating heart when you said we'd never part, when you said you want me there, not to wander anywhere. But it still takes me by surprise when I come to realize that we'll never have to say goodbye again. You set my mind at ease, you helped me come to see you're with me to the end. Simple way you show you love me every day. A gentle, loving touch do so much to keep the dark at bay. When I did chance to fall and I walked into a wall, when I fell upon my face, you walked me home with love and grace. But it still takes me by surprise when I come to realize that we'll never have to say goodbye again. You set my mind at ease. It helped me come to see you're with me to the end. Oh, you set my mind at ease. It helped me come to see you're with me to the end. Song number 2 is a song I wrote many years ago after I got back from a long trip where I went to a number of countries around the world and met all kinds of people and had a fabulous time. It was really a life-changing trip, and this song came out of that. And the song is called A Circular Motion. So it was kind of circular as in circumnavigating the globe, circular as in leaving home only to come back home again, circular as in sort of what goes around comes around. And kindness enters into this song just in terms of sort of global relations. I don't know if you're familiar with the term the global village. This was a term that came out of a gentleman named Marshall McLuhan, who was a sort of a media guru, and it was one of his biggest concepts was the idea of how the world was starting to really connect at a global level with neighbors, meeting neighbors all around the world. And we had this huge planet, but it become like a village because of the way telecommunications allowed us to connect with one another. But the global village isn't really working like it should. In a real village, neighbors know neighbors, and they become friends, and they look out for one another. And we're trying at a global level, but it's hard. And I think part of what makes it hard is not being able to have really direct personal connections with everybody on the planet, because there's so many people. It's hard to really connect and relate and call friend everybody. Anyways, that's I guess what this song is about. It's about the challenge of that, and still trying to work hard to bring love and kindness to the world so that we do all get along and survive together. Now I've returned to the start of my journey. My travels have come to an end. The circular motion that took me to nowhere is driving my brain round the bend. And as I gaze upon the memories of this trip and celebrate the things I've seen, oh, I worry about all the faces I've known and all the places that I have been. I wanna know how we got from there to here, and all that happened in between. I wanna know what this journey has accomplished, all the little moments, yeah, everything they mean. Everywhere I've gone, all the folks I've encountered have always been so good to me. It's funny how a little face-to-face connection can create an air of civility. circular motion, yeah. Goes round and round and round. Goes round and round and round. It goes around, comes around, goes round and round and round. It's just a circular motion. It's just a circular motion, yeah.
Hello and welcome. I am so excited to be here today talking to you about the word kindness through the lens of Judaism. When I was given this word to talk about today, my mind went so big because this word, the word kindness, or in Hebrew, it's chesed, is not just something that's a surface layer idea in Judaism. It's not just something that we do on the side, but chesed, kindness, is interwoven throughout everything in Judaism. It is a core value, a core pillar. Out of our 613 mitzvot, commandments, kindness is in hundreds of them. It is how we are taught. It is a core value of how we show up in this world. And so when I heard this word and was told that this is what I got to talk about today, my mind was spinning. Where do I even begin? What do I even get to say? What in this one talk is the most important piece of kindness to dive into? And the first thing that came to my mind was about being kind to ourselves. So frequently, we're kind to others. We drop everything. We'll go do this for this person. We'll help, show up and go out of our way. But do we do the same thing for ourselves? Not usually. We'll pay people compliments. We'll give them a smile. But what's the talk that's running through our heads? Is it kind? Frequently, it's not. And so today we're going to dive in to kindness, but really focusing on the importance of kindness to ourselves and how that changes the entire world. When we're being kind to ourselves, when we are performing self-care, it is not selfish. It's actually healing the world. My name is Leslie Zwick, and I am not here today as a rabbi or as Jewish clergy, but I am here today as an Orthodox Jewish woman, someone who lives and breathes by the laws of the Torah and shows up in this world helping others to do the same thing, to show up in kindness, to show up in love, to show up in growth, right? I'm a wife, a mom of 3 kids, and in my professional life, I'm a whole body alignment mentor, meaning I teach people, men and women, every single day how to tune in, how to see their own true value, who they are, how to clear out the old limiting beliefs, the old negative self-talk, to show up in this world as the very best versions of themselves, showing kindness to themselves and showing kindness to the world. Like I said, when I was given this word, this topic today, I was thrilled because this is the core essence of how we change the world. And it's all through kindness. Judaism has a book called Pirkei Avot. We're the people of the book. We have many books, but one of my favorites is Pirkei Avot, and it's Ethics of Our Fathers. And they're very short teachings that are so deep. They are so fun to learn. I love taking these with my kids and reading one small passage and diving into it for hours because each one means so much. And one of my favorite passages, the first thing that came to my mind when this came up was the passage from the very first chapter. It's the second teaching in the book. And it says, the world stands on 3 things. Torah, which is wisdom, learning. Avodah, the service of God, to God. Right? And the third one, Gemilut Chasadim, acts of kindness. The entire world sits on those 3 pillars. Wow, just think about that for a minute. Picture a table, a 3-legged stool that the world is sitting on, is holding it up. And those are the pillars. Wisdom, learning, service to God, right? And kindness. Just think about that for a second. If you remove any of those pillars, the world falls. The world stumbles. And frankly, as we're looking around the world and all of the things that are going on today, that's what I see. That kindness pillar isn't so strong. It's stumbling. And look at what's happening. It actually makes me feel some sadness, because if we strengthen that pillar, the world will come back to balance. And that's what we're all about. It's balance. So what I want, as we think of this, I also want to talk about within balance, we have kindness. But the power of kindness to ourselves is so important. Because if we're always only kind to others and we're leaving ourselves out of it, that pillar is no longer strong. And that's part of where the weakness, in my opinion, is coming in this world. Right? We're not taking care of ourselves. We're not showing up as the best versions of ourselves. We're not bringing in the balancing energy. Everything's an energy, chesed. Chesed is the Hebrew word for kindness. It doesn't just mean kind as we think about it, but it means love and compassion and steadfast care. It's not random acts, but it's truly a way of being. But Judaism gives everything in our world, everything has a balance. If it's all kindness to everybody else, that means we're leaving ourselves out. That means we're not being kind to ourselves, right? Everything that we say yes to means we're saying no to something else. So every time we're saying yes to helping someone else, we're putting ourselves out a little bit and we're saying no to ourselves. And that's okay. Sometimes, right? There's a balance. So Judaism teaches us that on the balance side of chesed is the Hebrew word gevura. Gevura means discipline, strength, boundaries, the ability to say no in the service of what's right. Gevura is what actually ensures that chesed is sustainable and healthy. So now that we have that context, right, the world is sitting on a stool, a three-legged stool, one of which is kindness. But we also learn that we need the balancing piece of gevura, right? Boundaries for ourselves and how to show up. Judaism teaches us this right away so that we can be kind to ourselves. Right? When we leave ourselves out of that circle of chesed and we forget the balance of gevura, the whole structure begins to tilt. And we see that because when we're not being kind to ourselves, how do we feel? I don't feel very good. When my negative self-talk is running in crazy places, when I don't take time to rest and restore myself, I don't show up in this world and I'm not as kind to others. I'm bitter. I feel gross, right? It's not a pretty picture. And so that is where Judaism comes in and says the power of self-care. Right? Every day in our life, we have the opportunity to be kind. Everywhere we're going, there's a ripple effect. When you walk into the grocery store and you smile at someone, you hold the door. You don't know whose life you're changing. I'm actually going to share with you, about 9 years ago, I was having a day that was not a good day. I was not in a good place. And my life at that time, I wasn't in a great place. And I was walking through the grocery store, walking down one of the aisles. My head was wherever it was, but not in a great place. And I walked past and some random stranger looked at me and smiled and paid me a compliment. And those kind words stopped my negative self-talk that was going through my head just like that, turned my day around. Those few kind words, the interaction that was probably no more than 15 seconds, turned my entire day around. I can tell you, that was 9 years ago. That person has no clue. They don't remember. Maybe they do, but I don't think they remember. But I do. I can tell you what they look like. I can tell you about how tall they were. I can tell you what aisle I was in the grocery store, because those kind words were exactly what I needed. That was strengthening that pillar. I don't know how that person knew. Maybe they read energy the way I do and they could see that my energy just needed a compliment. Maybe they pay everyone that they pass a compliment. I don't know. It didn't matter because it was how it helped me, and it helped flip my self-talk, and it helped flip my way of showing up in the world. And 9 years later, I'm teaching this. I'm talking about this every day in every which way. So Gevura, though, recognizes, though, that we're not constantly giving to others in ways that put us out, but chesed is ways that we can consistently show up in this world in kindness, shining our most amazing light. I want you to tune in for a moment into your heart space. That's where your light sits. It sits there and it's shining so brightly. But many of us, with all the things that are going on in the world, with all the things that are going on in our lives, with all the things that are keeping us so busy, we forget to tap into this and to shine it. And we sort of turn down the dial on it. And what happens when we turn down the dial on it? We don't feel great. And others around us also notice that. I think that's what the person in the grocery store saw from me. I had turned down my light so bright, to such a dim place, it wasn't shining. And the truth is, light pulls out light. Have you ever held two candles close together, wicks? What happens? You put them together, they don't stay like this. They come in together and then they grow taller. In Judaism, many things revolve around, we use candles for a variety of things. We use candles to bring in the Sabbath, but we also use a candle at the end of the Sabbath to end the Sabbath. And that candle is a multi-wicked candle. It has to have at least 2 wicks. They come together because that light is stronger. That light is taller. When we unite together, when we shine our light together, that light goes stronger. It's really powerful. And the Sabbath itself is actually a lesson for us in self-care. God created the world in 6 days, worked really hard, created all the things, and then on the 7th day, he rested. We are told the 4th commandment in the 10 commandments is honor the Sabbath and keep it holy. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Right? There's honor and there's remember. There's different ways that it's said. Right? What does that mean? It means stop. It means rest. It means take care of yourself. When I observe the Sabbath, as soon as I light those candles on Friday evening, my whole hustle and bustle of my week stops. Everything stops. My phone gets put away. The TVs go off. All the things go off because I am told to rest, to tune in to myself, because self-care isn't selfish. Shabbat, our Sabbath, is about these 3 things: Torah, learning, wisdom, avodah, service to God, and self-care, kindness. Because when we disconnect from everything else and reconnect to ourselves, we shine brighter. We turn our flame back up. And there's no coincidence that in that, when we end the Sabbath, it's with a multi-wicked candle to shine bright, to turn up our flame as we're heading back into the next week, and to take that light of our self-care from that time into the next week. Just think about that for a moment. How powerful is that? It is the 4th of the 10 commandments. Right? The 10 commandments, I love looking at the 10 commandments in the power of kindness. And 10 commandments, the first 4 commandments are about us and our relationship to God. The 5th commandment, which is the bridge, is honor your parents, right? Which connects our relationship to God to our relationship to other people. And then the other 5 are all about our relationship to other people. But they're not just about our relationship to other people. They're actually also about our relationship to ourselves. Do not steal, right? Don't steal something. Don't go take something from somebody else that doesn't belong to you. But also, what are you stealing from yourself when you're not showing kindness? Think about that for a minute. What are you stealing from yourself when you don't take care of your body? When you don't eat well, when you don't sleep well, when you don't take time for yourself? What are you stealing from yourself? All those 10 commands, every one of them dives into things about self-care. Even these over here, where it's about our relationship to God, because we were created, every single one of us was created in the image of God. So when we're honoring God, when we're following the 10 commandments, not only are we talking to God above, we're talking to that piece of us that was created in the image of God. So when we don't take care of ourselves, when we don't shine brightly and show ourselves self-care, we're actually not honoring God. As I said in the beginning, kindness is interwoven in every single aspect of Judaism. It is so powerful. We just usually don't think about it because we get into our day-to-day actions. But I want you to stop and to begin to think about it. Begin to think about, how am I showing chesed to myself? How am I showing chesed to those around us? Kindness, loving kindness. And how am I bringing in gevura, that balance, to keep it balanced, to continue to hold the world on this table, to hold it up. Just imagine if every single one of us, every day, lived the majority of the time in kindness to ourselves. What would that look like? How would that change the entire world? Because when we're kind to ourselves, we're turning up our light. We're turning up this light that's inside of us brighter and brighter and brighter. And when we shine brighter, everyone around us shines brighter. So frequently when I talk to clients and we're talking about self-care and stop and do things for yourself, a big complaint or a powerful reaction that I get from people is, but I need to do this for so-and-so, but I can't take time for myself because all of these other things are more important. And basically what they're saying to me is, if I shine, others have to dim their light. My role in this world, I hear it all the time, my role in this world is to help people be better. As I'm coaching clients, right? My role in this world is to make sure my kids are doing X, Y, and Z, or my spouse, or my coworkers, or whoever it is. I need to take care of all of them because that's my job. We're carrying all of that stuff in our backs in a very heavy bag, and we're forgetting about ourselves. But the truth of the matter is, when we shine brightly, it doesn't make other people dim their lights. Don't ever dim your light for somebody else, because the world needs your light. That's the kindness. That's a chesed that's coming into this world. Your light that's sitting in here is unique to you. God put you in this world to shine that light really, really, really brightly. And when we dim it for somebody else, that is not being kind to ourselves. When we go back to the pillars, the 3 pillars, wisdom, service to God, and acts of loving kindness, wisdom and service to God is actually about kindness as well. Think about the pillar of service to God. Peace of God is inside of you. You were created in the image of God. So when you're doing service to God, you're serving yourself. That's about self-care as well. And the wisdom is also about self-care. When we dive into the Torah, when we dive in and learn and grow, we're learning how to show up in this world, how to show up in kindness. When we look at and read through the Torah, there are so many examples of kindness. When we look at Abraham, the 3rd day after his Brit Milah, after his circumcision, the 3rd day is the hardest day when we're in recovery. It's the most painful day. What did he do? He set up and he sat outside his tent waiting to greet visitors, waiting to greet guests, to bring them in. And he didn't just say a passing hello. He brought them in. There were the 3 angels that came. He didn't know they were angels at the time. The 3 men that came that happened to be the angels that gave them powerful messages, one of which was that Sarah was going to have a baby. But he showed up in this and came, right? And didn't just say hello and a passing hello, but he treated them with ultimate kindness. Right? And he was shining his light so that they could shine there, so that they could do their job. How powerful is that? And when we go and we look at Rivka, so down the road after Sarah and Abraham had a baby, right? The baby grows up, Isaac, And Abraham sends out Eliezer, his servant, to go find a wife for Isaac. And in that, they go and he meets Rivka. And Rivka doesn't only just give water to Eliezer after a long journey. She offers, and doesn't just offer, but she goes and she waters all of his camels. 25 camels. That's a lot of water. But she was doing it out of the kindness, out of shining her light. Right? So those are two examples where we see kindness helping others is incredibly important. But we also see in the Torah with Jacob, when Jacob went to meet Esau, before he met Esau, the night before, he took care of himself. He made sure to have food. He made sure to be prepared. He made sure to get sleep. He made sure to prepare presents so that when he showed up there, he was ready, right? That was his self-care. We see both sides of this throughout the Torah, over and over and over, a model of how we can live our lives in chesed, but also in balance in gevura. And those two things are incredibly important. So I want you to start to think about this. How are you showing up every day in your life in chesed? Chesed to yourself, kindness to yourself, kindness to those around you. The words that we say, what power are they? Are the words that are coming out of your mouth to yourself or going through your head to yourself, are they kind? Are they rooted in kindness? Or are they rooted in limiting beliefs? Are the words that are coming out of your mouth to others, are they rooted in kindness? Or are they rooted in not kindness? Yesterday, I have 3 teens, right? And sometimes they're not so nice to each other. Usually they're pretty nice to each other. My kids get along pretty well. But sometimes they're teenagers. They say things that aren't so nice. And 2 of my kids were in the kitchen and one came upstairs and walked into the kitchen and overheard something that was not very nice. And it ensued into quite the argument. And after I settled that and sent that child back out of the kitchen, I said something to the other 2. I said, what benefit was that? I understand you were venting. I understand you were upset and you were frustrated. But how was that kind? How was that kind to anyone? How did you win in that situation? And they both looked at me and said, we didn't. They felt awful because their words were not kind. Their words did not benefit anyone. One of my favorite things to think about when I'm taking an action, any action in my world, anything that I'm doing, the thought process, if there's any hesitation in doing it, is who wins if I do and who wins if I don't? I, in my world, want everyone to win. And that everyone includes me, right? It doesn't have to be that everybody else wins and I don't, because that wouldn't be gevura. I want everybody to win. And through that, that's where we show up in kindness, kindness to ourselves. So let's take this into self-care, right? Let's pull this into self-care really quickly, because you might say, well, if you want everybody to win, but you say no to somebody, you're not helping them win. But the truth of the matter is I am helping them win, because everything we say yes to is something that we're saying no to. So if I always said yes to everything that somebody asked me to do, I would never have time for myself. I would never be able to do the things for myself to lift myself up. And you know how I would show up in the world? I'd show up in the world pretty bitter and pretty angry and worn out and tired, and I'd probably end up sick. Definitely emotionally and probably physically as well. Then nobody wins. So even if yes to somebody else is a temporary win for them, we have to look at the bigger picture. How in the bigger picture does everybody win? And that's gevura. That's a balance. That's boundaries. We have to be able to say no to other people sometimes to say yes to ourselves. So how much balance are you bringing in? Are you someone who is always out there doing for everybody else, but not taking that time for yourself? It's time. It's time to give yourself some self-care, to tune in to what the Torah teaches us and be kind to everyone. And everyone includes you. When we look at the teaching of love thy neighbor as thyself, it's not love thy neighbor more than thyself. We have to love ourselves first. We have to take care of ourselves first. We have to show up in this world first. So as I close this out, I want to share one last thought with you. One of the most powerful things that I teach and instill in my clients, and that is, in this world, you are number one. You get to show up in this world as number one. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody else around you is numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No. In their world, they are number one. Remember, we are all created in the image of God, which means my being number one and your being number one don't trump each other. But in my world, I get to be number one. I get to show kindness to myself first, so that then I can show kindness to you. So I want you to start to look around. Think about it as a book. In the book, in any book, your main character, they're number one. And all the other people in their story are supporting characters. And when the main character does something, however they show up, all of the supporting characters start to transform. So when we show up as the number one in our world, as our main character, the people around us also transform. They also shift. And that is so powerful, because that is true kindness. When we show up being kind to ourselves, it reflects out to everybody else. So my call to action for you as you go into this week, choose one tangible act of self-kindness, one Gevura-based boundary, and protect it. And then let that fulfill your life. Let that fullness of what you're feeling overflow and shine out into the world. And watch and see how powerful that is and how that changes everyone around you. Have a great week.
Thank you, Neil. Awesome as build. Leslie, thank you. Your first dip into the pool was awesome. Welcome to the family.
Yes.
Great job. Philip Lupo and the amazing tech team at PL Theatrical, thank you guys for everything that you do. If you guys have needs, see the website below and they will fix everything for you. Everything.
Everything.
All right, past services are available in 3 places: People of Diversity Facebook group, People of Diversity Facebook page, People of Diversity YouTube channel. If you want to look at anything over 30 days old, the only place you can go is YouTube, because Facebook nukes them after 30 days. But the most recent ones, you can jump right on and see the last 2 or 3. Deeper than that, if you connect into People of Diversity Facebook page or group, it will give you a little ding on Sunday morning and remind you that you want to come and hang out with us. And it will be fun and you will enjoy yourself. Second broadcast happens at 5:45 on Sunday evening. It's the morning broadcast, rebroadcast. So join us for that if you want to double up, if you want to send someone back, or if you were hanging out at the beach in the morning.
Okay. We had an absolutely amazing event last Sunday.
Wow.
We told you all about it if you were listening, or if you got emails and saw it on events and posts and such. But it was the Sacred Threads event we had down in Viera. It was overwhelmingly successful. About 30 more people showed up than we were expecting, and it was okay. It all worked out fine. I think we got nothing but compliments, and it was very inspiring, and we've gotten a lot of people that are interested in helping with the United in Thanksgiving event, which is on November 24th. So if you missed that, or would like more information, or would like to know about United in Thanksgiving that is sponsored by Interfaith United, then email us at newwaypod@gmail.com and I'll get that information right out to you. Our next live event is going to be this Monday, August 25th, at the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship in Rockledge. And it's going to be a sound bath. We've done these several times before, and we keep doing them because they're incredible. A sound bath with the Sisterhood of the Traveling Mystics. So join us for that. It'll be from 7 to 9, and there's no charge, but we absolutely appreciate donations, love offerings, whatever you want to call it. And come and join us. Our state today is Missouri. And I just thought this was funny and interesting and cool and made me smile when I read it. So this is our fun fact about Missouri. At the St. Louis World's Fair in 1904, an ice cream vendor ran out of ice cream cups. And so he asked the waffle vendor that was sitting next to him to roll up some waffles so he could serve ice cream in them. And that's how the waffle horn was born. I love them. So, okay. Let's send our blessings to the people of Missouri and say these words together.
May peace prevail in Missouri.
May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Thank you.
Next week, we continue our topic on kindness with our Native American representative, Will Davis. He will be joyfully accompanied by Rob Thorworth, and that is going to be another good little team up. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good. Tithes and donations are gratefully accepted at www.peopleofdiversity.org. Hit that donate button in the middle of the page and donate as you are led. We are grateful.
Thank you.
We close with a healing circle. If you'll bring to your mind's eye anyone and everyone in your life who needs healing, support, love, let's put our world leaders in there too so they can do a better job. Let's listen to this last song. Send love around. Don't forget to include yourself. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love.